Imagine a world where the power bill on your fridge is suddenly more expensive than your refrigerator itself, simply because you tried to save money and the planet by installing a solar panel on your roof. This is the vivid and difficult reality that Pakistan's clean energy users are facing right now, and it answers why this story matters to everyone, from a farmer in rural Punjab to an investor in London. Here are today's top headlines. The biggest story focuses on a major change to solar power policy, specifically the government's plan to slash the buyback rates for rooftop solar energy, a move that directly impacts household budgets and the country's climate goals. In the economy news, gold prices have surged significantly in the local market, pushed by higher international rates and the local currency's depreciation, adding to cost of living concerns. On the governance front, the Federal Minister for Investment stated that Pakistan's economy is on the right track, pointing to interest from U.S. and Chinese companies in the country's mineral sector. And finally, in global relations, Pakistan's Deputy Prime Minister is concluding high-level meetings at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit in Russia, focusing on regional stability and economic cooperation. Now for our main story. The proposed change to the net metering policy for rooftop solar has dominated headlines and sparked public concern across Pakistan. The background is simple. Net metering is a system where people who install solar panels on their homes or offices can sell their extra electricity back to the national grid. This creates a credit on their bill and encourages green energy adoption. This policy was highly successful, allowing thousands of ordinary citizens to invest in clean power, reduce their personal costs, and lower the country's dependence on expensive imported fossil fuels. However, the current government, citing concerns about the national power debt, known as circular debt, and the high cost of paying solar users for their surplus energy, is now considering a drastic cut to the rate they pay for this electricity, potentially changing the rate from around 22 Pakistani rupees per unit to as low as 7 or 8 rupees per unit, effectively gutting the financial incentive for solar investment. This directly impacts middle-class homeowners and small businesses who rely on the savings from net metering. The solar industry fears that this change will cause widespread job losses and halt all future private investment in clean energy, pushing the country back toward expensive, polluting power sources. The government's response has been to frame the move as necessary to manage the energy sector's fiscal stability. Yet, neutral energy experts warn that abandoning the most successful clean energy policy is short-sighted and risks worsening both the debt problem and the country's severe vulnerability to climate change. A contradiction, they say, is difficult to understand given Pakistan's recent devastating floods. To help you understand the news better, here is your vocabulary boost for today. Depreciation means a drop in the value of a country's currency compared to others. The rupee's depreciation made imported goods more expensive. Fiscal relates to government revenue, especially taxes. The government is focused on improving its fiscal position. Vulnerability means being open to attack or harm. Coastal areas show high vulnerability to sea level rise. Surge means a sudden, powerful upward movement. There was a recent surge in gold prices. Incentive is something that encourages a person to do something. The tax break was a strong incentive for homeowners to install solar. Short-sighted means lacking imagination or foresight. Experts called the policy change a short-sighted move. Disbursements are payments made by a financial body. The report showed an increase in loan disbursements this quarter. Now, why this matters? Pakistan's solar policy debate is not just a local story. It is a clear example of the global struggle between climate action and economic pressure. Nearly every developing nation is trying to manage high debt and provide affordable power while simultaneously meeting international climate targets to move to clean energy. When a country like Pakistan, which is one of the world's most affected by climate change, pulls back a successful clean energy program because of short-term fiscal worries, it sends a worrying signal globally that the cost of the green transition is still being put on the shoulders of individuals and is easily sacrificed when money is tight. For international viewers and investors, this story shows the real-world risks of policy inconsistency in emerging markets, linking the daily experience of a Pakistani solar user to the much larger international conversation about climate finance and sustainable development. Thank you for tuning into the Pakistan News in Easy English Daily Explainer. We hope this report helps clarify the complex issues of the day. Join us again tomorrow for more clear and simple news updates, because your English improves when your awareness improves.